Hey guys, Kim here. So I just wanted to make a quick video for you. Sorry, I just got done working out, haven't showered or anything, but I've had a lot of my new challengers that have asked about measurements and what measurements do we take, or what measurements are recommended. So you can really do whatever you want to do. This is how I do it. And take my jacket off just because, so that you can see a little bit better. Okay, so what I do, get yourself a flexible, tape measure, like one that's used for sewing and that kind of thing. You don't want to be using like the metal ones that you use for like woodwork and that sort of thing. So I measure, okay, ladies, men, you measure too, but chest, measure your chest. I measure my waist. I'm a little weird, and I also measure at my belly button because it's bigger at my belly button than it is at my true waist. So I also measure belly button, and then I measure hips, right where your hip bones are. You can feel them right under here. Just put your tape measure right around where your hip bones are and measure there, okay? And then I do, and this is hard to do by yourself, but you get used to it. So I wrap the tape measure around my arm, kind of at the widest part of my bicep right there, okay? So you measure both of your arms that way, okay? And then this is what I do for legs. So for me, and I've got big thighs, but I always measure this upper part because it's wider right here than it is at your true mid-thigh. So I do both. I measure right here at the upper thigh, and then I move it down to where this little, indentation is, like truly in the middle of your thigh. I measure there, and then I also get weird sometimes and also do my calf, right around the middle of my calf muscle. That's everything that I measure. I know it's a lot. Guys, you can measure neck as well, especially if you're looking to, beef up and build your neck and that sort of thing. I've never measured my neck. So that's what I do. I hope it helps. Be sure you do your measurements though on day one or before you get started with your program, because here's what always happens. Here's what happens a lot of times. People lose inches first. You tend to lose the inches before you lose a lot of weight. And so sometimes, especially if you're doing like 21-day fix, you might only lose 1 or 2 pounds during your first week. In your second week, you might gain a pound or 2 because you're starting to replace fat with lean muscle. But at the same time, you're losing inches because you're leaning out. And so it's really important for you to measure those inches so that you have that as a gauge, so that you're not getting discouraged and that sort of thing. And everybody reacts differently to different programs. Different, people's bodies release weight faster or slower than others. So don't judge your progress based on, what anybody else in the group is seeing or feeling. Take your before pictures, take your weight, take your measurements. Your measurements in your photos are so important, and that's what people hate to do, but you have to do them. I promise you, you will be glad that you did come 21 to 30 days from now. All right? Hope this helps. Bye, guys.